Okay, we're going to give the quick and dirty on how to keep your computer tuned up. Not clean, but tuned up. Well, first of all, virus protection. You got to have it. That's the first thing you got to do. Is if you don't have it, if you have McAfee or Norton, you must pay a subscription to stay current. If you do not pay your subscription, the day it expires is the day you become unprotected because it will not update after that time. Viruses are updated, or the virus database is updated sometimes 2-3 times a day, but at least once a day. So once your subscription stops, you don't get updated anymore. So you're not protected from any new virus that comes out, and they come out every day. So that's the first thing. It doesn't matter what you have, just have something. Norton and McAfee you got to pay for. I would not use those. That's for one reason, because there's other ones that are free and do just as good a job. ABG, Avast, Microsoft Security Essentials is probably, I think, the best one that's out there that's free. Anyways, those are your options there that I would look at. So, quick and dirty, how to clean your computer. First of all, always have your virus protection on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the registry. But before we clean the registry, I'm going to explain why we clean the registry. This is the registry, and here's a little trick. Just put your mouse on this top bar, double click, makes it a full window. So anyways, in this registry is nothing but lines of text, but there's thousands and thousands and thousands of lines of text. And when the computer starts, it reads this file. So the more lines of text in it, the longer it takes to read the file. But what happens is, now see, over here on the left, I just opened up one folder, and this is how many folders are in just that one folder. That's how big, how much is, and then there's something in each one of these. So anyways, that's the registry. That's kind of what's in it. It gives you an idea. Just lines of code. But basically what it is it refers to the files on the computer in one way or another. What to do with it, where it's at, many different reasons it refers to it. So when something gets installed, or say you copy a picture, it gets referenced in here in the registry. Well, when that gets deleted, when those files get deleted for whatever reason, temporary internet files come and go all the time, so there's always files getting added and deleted. The references in the registry to those files becomes dead because the file is not there anymore. So it's a dead line. It doesn't hurt anything, but it's a dead line, and when the computer starts, the computer reads it. Well, after a long period of time, especially if you've never done it and your computer's running for a couple of years, the first time you run a scan, you're probably going to see 1,000 errors, which is no big deal. It's no big deal because it doesn't hurt anything, but you're going to see a lot of errors. So anyways, that's kind of the reason why. So then when your computer starts, the reason why you keep this clean is just keep those dead lines out there. And when the computer starts, it'll start faster. And that's all. The only difference is just the smaller the file, the less it's got to read, the sooner it'll boot, the sooner you can get to surfing. Back that up. So anyways, the reason why we do that is so the computer will boot faster, so it doesn't read all those dead lines, and it kind of keeps it clean and sanitary. So the way we do that is, close this here. There's several programs that are registry cleaners, and they're free. I use GlarySoft because it's very simple. So I use GlarySoft, and this is a new laptop, so I haven't installed it on this, so I'm just going to go ahead and install it. So you come to GlarySoft, and then come to the downloads, and then come down here to the registry repair. Don't get the other things because you got to pay for those. The registry repair by itself is free. When I download programs like this, I save them. And I just make a download folder like right here, and then I save all those different kind of programs, like my virus. You can see my Avast right here. You save these things here, that way if you don't have to go back and download it again. So save that. Let's open. Now here's a tip. When you're going through an installation windows like this is where things like toolbars and how your favorite page gets changed, your home page gets changed, is in these boxes. A lot of times you just go click next, 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 and you don't really read them. It's really important to read them so you know exactly what's going on. Because there'll be a little checkbox, and you have to uncheck it to keep it from installing whatever it is it's trying to install that you really don't want. A lot of times they'll want to install a toolbar. Toolbars are bad. Do not ever install a toolbar. And we're going to talk about that in a different segment. Usually the only thing you should click on is, sometimes there'll be a checkbox to do the agreement. You have to do that. That's usually the only thing. Oops, quick. So we're going to run it. Close the web. So here it is. And this is real simple. You just click here. It'll run the scan. Now I just ran this not too long ago. And you can see I'm already up to 130, 150 errors. So that's created those errors just in like the last couple hours. So let's run a scan. So found a total of 287 errors right here. I might not need to scan. It doesn't matter. There's nothing in here that you gotta like make sure it's okay to delete. You just hit repair. Hit OK, and you're done. See right here, 287 were found, but only 271 were fixed. There's some in there that were ignored on purpose. So anyways, so that's a clean registry. So I took out 271 lines. So that's done. So the next thing you do, and you remember to do this stuff in order. The next thing you do is check disk. Now there's this check disk here. Here's your C drive. Right click on it. Pick properties. Pick tools. And right here it says error checking. That's your check disk. But when you run check disk in Windows, it cannot scan the whole drive and all the files, because when Windows is running, it will not let other programs have access to the drive, parts of the drive, and the files it's using. So it can't scan them. So to make that happen, we go into command line screen and tell it to run the next time we reboot. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So in the different Windows, XP 7 and Windows 8, this is Windows 8 by the way, you just come to the search box here, and you want to start search for the command, so it's CMD. And you'll see right here, this is it. If that doesn't come up, type the whole word out, command. But this is what you want. You want to right click on it, because you have to pick run as administrator, or this doesn't work. So click on that. So here's your command line prompt. This is what you want to type. I'm going to show you what we're doing first. So we're going to do CHKDSK. You do a slash and a question mark on any of the commands and DOS, and it'll tell you all the options you have. So we're going to do /F, which is fix all the errors. We're going to do /R, which is locate the bad sectors and fix them. And that's why we do this before we do defrag, because if you don't do that first, defrag will skip those bad sectors, and if you fix them first, it won't skip them. And because when you skip sectors, it causes files to defrag. And the other one is X, which is forces whatever's got a hold of the drive to let go of it, so this program can hit every file. So this is what we're going to type: CHKDSK. We're going to do a space, then /F, space /X, space /R. Doesn't matter what order those are in, just as long as they're spaced each one. And you're going to hit enter, and it's going to give you this message. It's going to say it can't get to the drive because Windows is running, kind of what I already explained. So I asked you if you want to run this when Windows reboots, and you want to say yes. So you hit Y for yes, and enter. And that's it. So you can either just close this with the X, or you can just type exit and hit enter, and I'll close that window. So now you're going to reboot the computer. So when you reboot the computer's going to reboot, and then that program's going to run, and that program will probably run for a couple hours. So when you do that, just do it like before you go to bed or something, because if you got a big hard drive, a lot of files, it'll run for 3 hours. Same thing with the defrag. The defrag will take a while. But so anyway, 3 hours later, we come back. And then we're going to do the defrag. And the defrag is fairly simple. But same thing, just come down here in the search, type defrag. DF, so you start typing defragment. It'll be different for the different versions of Windows, but it's still the same. Different drives. Or just pick your C drive. And you can name your C drive anything you want, by the way. Just don't change the C. You can either analyze and see, because right now mine all say 0, because mine runs every week. But if you haven't run yours in a while, just don't bother doing the analyze. Just run. Just run the thing. So that's how you want to do that. You want to do the registry cleaner, you want to do the check disk, and then you want to do the defrag in that order. Like I said before, the reason why is When the defrags the drive, it needs to not find any bad sectors, so it doesn't skip them. So it uses them, doesn't defrag the file. So there you go.